So I think a lot of times we just want so much comfort in our life that we achieve the short-term advantage of comfort, but not the long-term advantage of kind of taking ourselves forward. I think a lot of people who fail early on, not sit for placements and like force themselves to get into odd jobs or other things, will actually succeed at the net total. And it'll come with the tenacity to just going crazy without trying to prove themselves early on, right? You can really accelerate that process when you're in all college or early days. Just fail miserably, like try to sell something, I don't know, anything. Just get to the real world, get really pushed in the corner, fail by selling, fail by marketing, help another company, join a startup, do slavery for them if you have to, right? And learn through that, because it's a free learning, right? Think of that as a free thing that actually somebody will pay you for that learning, right? But just don't be happy with saying मैं 9 to 5 करूँगा. I can tell you one thing, that from that time to now, I still work 16 hours a day, right? It's something that you have to do, right? Only then you have a scope of chilling at 35. So one thing I knew when this particular thing happened in the family, I just knew that I think I told myself at 16, 17 that yaar, this is not a good life. I really will not work for money at 35. That was my like goal, and that was like something that was driving me every day, that 35 के बाद पैसे के लिए काम नहीं करेंगे. Imagine that all of us are arrows, right? But arrows are a function of how much you have had as a draw, right? Sometimes circumstances give you the draw. Let's say forced poverty or a forced family situation. I was reading about this guy, Frank Abagnale, who was the guy who Catch Me If You Can. It was forced divorce of the parents that he was not prepared for. These are the draws, and then the arrows become crazy, right? So a lot of times we don't have these crazy triggers. I know one unicorn founder whose dad was an alcoholic, and that actually triggered him to do better in life and just go crazy. Sometimes we are gifted with these situations, and I'm calling the word gifted because it can give you the power to succeed at disproportionate level. Sometimes you have to create for yourself. I think you get a sense of business naturally when you start very early on, and that's what I encourage a lot of people who are in colleges and all of these things to learn to sell, learn to deal with the real world. In India, education system is like from 8th grade you are like locked into the room, padhai karo, padhai karo, padhai karo. You have no fucking clue how the real world works, okay? And because you have no clue of how the real world works, you suck at a startup, right? And fortunately, I had the exact opposite experience, right? I was dealing with the real world right from the age 14, 15, right? So I may appear like a guy who's 36 now, but I think my work is a lot more than a lot of people I meet, because they got into action only at 28, 29. I was in action from 15, right? I have dealt with real stuff. I've sold, I've made real profits. I've done enough things to keep myself alive, right?